Good morning. It's me, Space Woman, and this might be the most authentic thing that I talk about on my YouTube channel. Today, I'd like to talk about myself for once, which is usually something I avoid doing at all costs. And when I do talk about myself, it's usually to relate to others or to help others in some way. But I've seemed to have attracted people in my life that have no idea who I am, but want to know who I am. So I'm going to tell you lovely people a little bit about myself and my life and why I do what I do now, which is tarot, reading tarot and stuff like that. I wrote all of this down too, so I can read it and say it. Yeah. Anyway, I will try my best to keep this video short and the rambling at a minimum, because I'm sure I will ramble a little here and there. So when I first started this channel, I was just learning about spirituality, and all I knew is that I wanted to help people, and I wanted to make a living out of helping people. I wanted to turn it into a career, and I thought I had it all figured out. Like, I didn't need to learn anything. Like, after I found spirituality for myself and what that meant for me, I thought, like, well, I'm set. I don't need to learn anything anymore. Why do I need to read a book when I can use my intuition for everything? Like, I knew what that meant at that time. But boy, was I wrong. I know that I didn't like the life I was living, and I thought finding this would fix me, and I ended up using spirituality in a way that was very toxic, and I had no idea that I was even using it in a toxic way. I thought I had to change everything about myself and who I was, and I didn't even know what that meant. I was totally blind to a lot of aspects I had never faced about myself, but like I said, meditating and anything spiritual was still very new to me, and I was looking for a quick fix instead of finding the issues inside and healing them. And it left me feeling even more defeated than I had before, and weak. And even though I know I was a strong woman even then, who was smart and can be successful when I actually apply myself. And this was like 3 years ago, my journey to like finding the real me. That's what this whole channel was supposed to be about in the beginning, like me finding myself and letting other people experience my journey and applying it to their own. Like, that's what I had originally thought for this whole channel, was like, you guys watching me become this great, sparkling person. And as you can clearly see, I had no fucking clue how to put my finger on who I even was at that time, because I had no idea. I thought I knew, but I didn't. I really didn't. I was letting just about any spiritual influence guide me, whether it was YouTube or Gaia or aliens, because I was like heavy into watching Ancient Aliens, like super heavy. And for me, I guess it was like a combination of all that and science. I wanted to talk to aliens, and I wanted to talk to dead people, and I started reading tarot cards, and I started doing automatic writing for my friends when their loved ones would pass. And I was always on point, and I had good, accurate information, but I couldn't find the willpower to make it real for myself, like the career part. And then my whole life kind of just fell apart. Like, full-blown tower moment where everything bad that could happen did, in all the worst ways. I'm a single mother of 2 children, and at this time I was with a man that used me for everything I had, quite literally. And this is hard for me to talk about, but I feel like it's necessary. This man manipulated me into believing that he loved me and that he would protect me and my children. And I honestly feel like he didn't really manipulate me. I was manipulating myself into thinking that he was such a great person because I didn't want to see all the other shit that came along with him. I just wanted to see all the best parts, and that's it. I manipulated myself into believing that he loved me and that he would protect me and my children, but what happened was the exact opposite of that. He didn't work, which left me feeling even more alone in my efforts to get my life together. He would lie about talking to other women, and then I found him sexually abusing my daughter. He is no longer in our lives, and I'm sorry. Okay, where was I? He's no longer in our lives, and that night I saw this with my own eyes. He was gone forever. It's been a year and some change since this has happened to my daughter and my family. And I'm not trying to make her trauma about me. Like, I'm not. That's completely separate, and I know that. I'm talking about it now because it reflects a big part of my life, this happening. Like I said, it's been some years and change since that happened, but after that, I felt like I was a complete failure to my children, and it took every ounce of my love that I have for them to not kill myself, because I just wanted to die every day. And after that, this was in the beginning of 2020. And I was already a very isolated person. And this was different, though. Like, I could not live normally. I couldn't be around people and fake being okay. Like, just the mundane, everyday life killed me. And I was pretty much drunk all of 2020, which also made me feel even worse. Even more like I was failing my kids, and not just my kids, but like my true self and the potential that I have inside myself. And that happening to my daughter made me remember suppressed memories of me being sexually abused and molested as a little girl and being sexualized for the better part of my life. For most of my life, and it still happens to this day sometimes. Which brought me to understanding that every relationship that I have been in, whether it be a friend or a romantic one, people have used me for their own gain. And I just let it happen because I was never taught not to, which led me to realize I had no one to teach me to love myself or how to even take care of myself. And I grew up thinking I had no purpose, and being like the family punching bag with my parents and my brothers, and knowing that they had kids way too young and they didn't know how to love either. So it's like, it was kind of a lose-lose situation for everyone involved. And knowing that, and here I am now, knowing that my past does not define who I am or dictate my future. For once, I am being honest with myself so I can be honest with others. And I came here to support people, and that's the goal. And now that I'm supporting myself, I can now be what I'm meant to be, which is what I'd like for everyone else who would ever watch any of my YouTube videos or anything that I do on Facebook. And I just want to thank everybody who does support me in so many different ways. Thank you for allowing me to be myself and listening to me. Anyway, That's my spiel for today. I also feel like me telling you guys about myself it helps me trust myself more to know that everything's okay. And everything's going to be okay. And my life is so much better than it ever was. And that's the real point that I want to make here on this video, is that all the shit that I've been through has only taught me what I don't want. It's only helped me find who I really am, and the love that I have for myself, and the love that I continue to build every day for myself, and my self-worth, and my talent, and the trust that I have for myself. Because I'm a trustworthy person. Like, I can trust myself to make the decisions that I need to make to move on, move forward, and be happy. And that is all I ever want for anyone who stops by. Anyways, I think that's enough. I think this video is long enough. And I hope you guys enjoy, and you guys have a great day. Thank you.